Hey, what's up, vinyl friends? It's Brian from Brian's Vinyl Records, and I'm going to do another episode of Vinyl Editions today because I got in the mail today a lot of stuff. I mean, the mother load. I got three orders that came in today, 2 new albums, and a bunch of albums I got off an auction. So I'm excited to share these with you. So stick around, and after the break, we'll go through these albums, and you can see what I've just added to my vinyl collection. First, I want to start off by showing you the bumpers I got with one of my used record orders, which actually turned out to be kind of cool. So here we go. The first album that came as a bumper is this Kenny Rogers album. Yeah, I like Kenny Rogers. I think Kenny Rogers is great. And this thing is in really good condition other than this tape here on the side here. That's about the only thing wrong with this. This is We Got Tonight by Kenny Rogers. So pleasant surprise. I can't wait to actually spin it and hear it. Good stuff. The second one I got in my bumper is 80s Queen here. We got Juice Newton. This is the album that has Queen of Hearts on it, which everyone should know. And of course, Angel in the Morning, which of course was made famous in the 90s by rapper or Jamaican reggae guy Shaggy. But that's kind of cool. So this is a bumper. This is in really good shape as well. Again, we got some weird tape here on the spine here. I think it was kind of an identifier maybe for a library of some sort or something. But cool little bumpers. These are free albums that come in kind of to act as a buffer between your albums and the box. So I'm not going to complain. I thought these were both pretty cool. Up next, this is one I'm really excited about. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw last week that I had a week of spinning one album per day from this artist to celebrate his life. As most of us know, Prince passed away 3 years ago last week. So I ordered this one from a live auction and I got it, so I'm really excited about this. Prince 1999. It's a double LP set. Really cool. It's got both vinyls in very good shape. Looking forward to spinning this one as well. So 1999 by Prince. The next one is kind of a fun one. If you're into these guys, you're into these guys. If you're not, they're kind of too wacky for you. I kind of dig them, and that is the B-52s. This is their self-titled album that has the song Rock Lobster on it. It's probably the only song on here that most people would have heard of before. So this is in amazing shape. The cover is almost like it's brand new, and the vinyl is in great condition. So this was a steal for me. I'm really excited to spin this one. I've been listening to a lot of B-52s lately. Got the Record Store Day release, as you saw, and some other things. So excited about that. The next one is, this is a classic hard rock album from the 80s. Turn Up the Radio. This is Autograph. So really excited to have this one in my collection. This is called Sign in Please. Turn up the radio on this one. Excited to hear some of their other stuff. The next one that I got today is a freebie. I won a contest at the end of a live auction and got 3 free albums. So this is album number 1 from that 3 free list. I didn't actually have it, so I'm really excited about it. That is The Doors' LA Woman. Now, this isn't in the best shape in the world, but it looks like it's pretty playable and shouldn't be too bad. The cover's a little beat up, as you see here, but other than that, I think this one's going to sound really good on the turntable, and you can't go wrong with The Doors. So this one has Riders in the Storm on it, which is the big one. LA Woman and Riders in the Storm are the big ones off this one. So really excited about this. The next free item that I won was an album I already have, but this one actually looks like it's in better condition than the one I have, so I'm excited to spin it and see if it is in better condition. This is Fleetwood Mac's major hit, Rumors. Of course, if you know anything about Fleetwood Mac, this is when Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham kind of took over the direction of the band, and Gold Dust Woman is the big hit off of this one. A great album. The Chain is another big hit off of this one. Dreams. So this is a really huge album for Fleetwood Mac, And like I said, I have a copy of this, but mine has some water damage down here and a little bit of, not the best condition vinyl. This one looks like it's in pretty good shape, so I'm looking forward to spinning it and seeing how it compares to what I have currently. And the last free item that I got for winning was an album that I'm just starting to get into. So I told you before that I had never really listened to Pink Floyd growing up. And so I've got The Dark Side of the Moon and I have The Wall. This was free in there. This is A Momentary Lapse in Reason. I don't know anything on this album, not even looking at the song titles, so I'm really excited to hear it. This one looked like it was in pretty bad shape, beat up. It had a mark across the disc that was very noticeable, but I slapped it on the turntable real quick to kind of give it a listen to see if it made a difference. I don't know if we can zoom in there, but you can see the mark right here. It's a feeler too, but when I played it on the turntable, I don't know if my turntable just didn't mind or what, but it played through. It didn't make any skips or noises, so I'm really happy with that. I'm looking forward to listening to A Momentary Lapse in Reason by Pink Floyd, especially at the cost of $0. All right, the next items are not free items. These are ones I paid for. This next one is for my wife. She was a huge fan of this artist when she was in middle school, and I got her the more famous album, which was Electric Youth, but she said her favorite album was the album Out of the Blue. I'm talking about Debbie Gibson, Out of the Blue. Hard to find here. You can find Electric Youth pretty much everywhere, but apparently in the South, where I got this from, these are like easy as pie to get. So really happy with this. Excited that my good friend Brent was able to pick this up for me. Didn't charge me an arm and a leg, and I was able to get this. The wife is super excited. I guarantee you when she gets home tonight, this is the first thing on the turntable tonight. So awesome about that. The next one, this one I am super pumped about. This I got for a pretty darn good price, and it is the Back to the Future soundtrack. Oh, I just did a video on soundtracks. Too bad this didn't show up in time for that, but Back to the Future soundtrack, Huey Lewis and the News, Back in Time is on this. You've got Johnny B. Good, you've got Earth Angel, Power of Love. This is an awesome soundtrack, so I'm really pumped to put this on and listen to it as well. The next one that came in, this is the last of my auction wins. This is the Eagles' Greatest Hits Volume 2. Everybody seems to have the Eagles' Greatest Hits Volume 1, and I have that as well. But no one ever seems to be selling the Greatest Hits Volume 2. So I was super excited when this came up for auction and I was able to win it. Because now I have both the Eagles' Greatest Hits albums, and this has got more the later stuff, obviously the Hotel California era. It's got Heartache Tonight, Seven Bridges Road on here, Life in the Fast Lane is on here, New Kid in Town, Long Run, After the Thrill Is Gone. I mean, this is a great album, and everybody knows the other one with their earlier hits on it, and nobody ever seems to have this one, so I'm really excited to finally have the Greatest Hits Volume 2 by the Eagles in my collection. So as I said, I also got some brand new albums in. The first one I'm going to talk about, I got this, it was an Amazon deal, and it just popped up, and I don't know why they decided to put this on. This album usually runs about $22, $23, and they had it on sale for just under $12, and I jumped at it. It was not in stock, so I had to wait some time, and actually I think I only waited like 3 days before I got noticed that it had shipped, so I'm really pumped. This is Tom Petty's Hypnotic Eye album. Now, I am not familiar with this album, actually. I've never really listened to this album, so I'm very interested in seeing it. This is a later album from Tom Petty. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I've really been digging into Tom Petty's catalog since he passed, and I'm loving everything so far I've heard, so I'm sure I'm going to like this as well, so I'm pumped to put this out on the turntable. And last but not least was a pre-order album that I had done, and it finally has come in the mail. And this is the final posthumous release by the Cranberries and Dolores. This is, I believe it's called In the End. Yep, In the End by the Cranberries, the final release by them. She was in the studio cutting vocals and recording when she unfortunately left us. And so they finished the album, obviously, and I'm excited to hear what she had to say as her final piece here. So this is probably going to get spun right away today. Everything else will get cleaned before it gets on the turntable, but very excited about my pickups. So that's it for my vinyl additions for this week. I did have some more that I had pulled out earlier that I was going to show, but with the amount that I received in the mail today, I just didn't know that we wanted to spend the next 40 minutes talking about all the vinyls that I got. So those are awesome. It was a huge day mail-wise for me. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Vinyl Editions. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep spinning, friends.